कवीनागुभमस्त्रवत्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पदे आनश्रृण्डन्नोदवित्ते दधादनग्नि स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लां ग्लौं गङ्गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गङ्गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गङ्गणपतये वरवरद सर्वजनं मे वसमानय स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनाद्धृत्यार्मुक्षे जमामृता स्वाहा। ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव वन्दनाद्धृत्यार्मुक्षे जमामृता स्वाहा। ओम महादेव्यै च विद्महे रुद्रपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम महादेव्यै च विद्महे विष्णुपत्न्यै च धीमहि तन्नो लक्ष्मी प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम वज्रणकाय विद्महे तीर्थसंत्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंह प्रचोदयात् स्वाहा। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यो मृत्युं नमाम्यहं स्वाहा। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नृसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यो मृत्युं नमाम्यहं स्वाहा। ओम ब्रह्मा मुरारे त्रिपुरांधकारे भानुस्सति भूमिसुतो बुधस्ते गुरुश्च शुक्रः शनिराहुकेतवः सर्वे ग्रहाः शान्तिकापन्तु स्वाहा। सुकृती संयोज्य शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च ॐ यानि कानि च पापानि जन्मान्तरकृतानि च तानि तानि विनश्यन्ति प्रदक्षिणपदे पदे निरासं नास्ति त्वमेव ब्रह्म मे तस्मात् भावे दक्षिणक्षेत्रे नमः।
It's now 10. Hi, bhai. And we start. It's the second Sunday of the New Year, so we still continue to pray and ask the Lord, or whoever we may believe in, to give us strength in this year. Usko bol dena ki, can you tell Shamlal not to keep noise here, please, and not to talk, or whoever they are? Thank you. So, it is still, as I said, it's a new year, and we ask everyone to pray to Bhagavan and ask for comfort, guidance, and good direction in this new year. Asangoham, 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 punaha punaha.
Asangoham, 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 punaha punaha.
Satchidanandarupoham,
Satchidananda rupoham,
ahameva hamavyaham.
ahameva hamavyaham.
We listen to the tunes of the violin, and we raise our inner thoughts to the Creator. And we do know what is known as the Sharanagati prayer. The Dharmanishtoshmi Charatma Vedi the Bhaktimaltva Charararabinde Akilcha Ananya Gati Sharanya Tvatpada Mula Sharara Prapadye Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai
Jai Jai Ram,
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Bolo Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram
Ram, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai
Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Shri Shantakaram Bhujagasainam Padmanabhyam Suresham Vishwadharam Gaganasadisham Megavaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Hridaya Gyanagamyam Bande Vishnu Bhava Bhayaharam Sarvalokaikanatham Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Ma. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Mam. Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Sri Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Ma. Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Raksha Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Ma.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Ma. अंधन को आँख देते कुड़ियन को काया, अंधन को आँख देते कुड़ियन को काया,
बांझन को पुत्र देत और निर्धन को माया.
बांझन को पुत्र देते निर्धन को माया.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Mam.
Jai Ganesha,
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Mam.
Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Pahi Ma. Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Jai Ganesha, Raksha Ma.
Raksha Mam. This morning I would like to do a little bit of a little difficult topic. And it's taken from the chapter 13 of Bhagavad Gita. It is the first verse in some Gita and it is the second verse in some Gita. 13th chapter can be the first verse or the second verse. For those who have the first verse, then I'm just going to read the second verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Idam Shariram Kauteya
Idam Shariram Kaunteya
Idam Shariram Kauteya. वो संस्कृत क्या है भाई? संस्कृत लगा लो. Idam Shariram Kauteya
Idam Shariram Kaunteya
Chetam Ityabhidhiyate Chetam Chet
Abhidhiyate
Etad yo vetitam prahur Etad yo vetitam prahur Chetragya iti tadvidaha.
Kshetrajya iti tadvidaha.
Tadvidaha, that's the word I would like you to concentrate upon. It means by those who know this. Tadvidaha mean by those who know this. Know what? You see, a knife cannot cut itself. Is that true? Can a knife cut itself? Cannot cut itself. Can water wet itself? Can a fire burn itself? Why? Because it is their innate quality. Bhagavan Krishna, This is a little difficult subject. It's not a straightforward thing, but I would like to let you all just only preach this. Don't hate and don't get angry, and that I've saying that for 40 years. So I just want to say something a little different. So, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna that this body is a kshetra. Kshetra is a Sanskrit word meaning field. You know, field in which you plant rice or cane, it's a field. This body is like a field. Is that okay so far? And that person who knows what is in this body, in other words, that person who knows what is really the person is known as the Chetagya. Chetagya means the one who knows what this field is and who is the owner of this field. You get me? Am I okay so far? So this body, as I've said before, you have heard this before, is not you. Because when the life force comes out of this body, the same body is there. The same eyes are there, same nose, same arms, same legs, everything same. So what is different? What is different is the thing which let you know that this is your body, but I am different from this body. You got, and that thing is what you take with you when you leave this world. Is it okay so far? In other words, it is what some people call awareness. You are the awarer of this awareness. No? Got it? Mm-hmm. Awareness means you are aware that this body, you don't say I hand, do you say that? You don't say I eyes or I nose or I ears, you say what? My ears. It belonged to someone, it belonged to me. For example, you know, when someone goes to heaven and Peter asked, who is there? He said, who is there? Or who am I? He said, I am there. That I is that consciousness that goes with you. You are a bundle of thoughts, emotion, whether you get love, hate, anger, these are all emotions. You are a bundle of that. And those thoughts and those emotions is coming from where? From your mind. It's coming from your mind. And your mind will then dictate to you, should I do this, should I do that, or what the case may be. But you who's the I, the individual in you, is separate from this body. This is what I want you all to understand. This one little thing I want you all to understand this morning. You are not this body. You are separate from this body. And when this body is immersed in the fire or ground, whatever you do with it, you, the individual, take birth in another life with the same, what I call thoughts and emotion. It goes with you. That is why it is called what? Vasanas. Those vasanas go with you. What are the vasanas? The vasanas are all the memories that I had. I was a smoker, I was a drunkard, I was this, I was that. It all goes with you. So when you are born again and you are told to go on this path, you can't go on the path because the memories of yesteryear, meaning the memories of your past life, goes with you and you're not able to do it. So why am I saying this morning? Why am I saying this thing this morning? Which is what is called Vedanta. This is what Vedanta is about. Vedanta is about you knowing this body is not you. You are someone else. It's as simple as that. You got it? And this is why you pray. You pray not for this body, but you pray for that entity within you, which is this I within you, this consciousness within you. You are part of the whole consciousness. This world consciousness, you are part of that. Each individual is a part of their own consciousness. So if you said, if I have the same consciousness, you have that same consciousness, why I cannot know what you are thinking? Why I can't know what you're thinking? Because our minds are different. And because our minds are different, we can't know what we are thinking. You pray so that you, that individual, that awarer of this awareness, that individual within you must become stronger, must become purer, must have that energy within you. Like when the Devas prayed unto the Lord, in this beautiful doha, it says,
Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram, Bolo Ram, Ram Ram.
when the Devas prayed unto the Lord, a beautiful voice came out from the heavens above, and he said, Om Jani Sabaya Sura Bhumi Suni Bachana Sameta Sade Jani Sabaya Sura Bhumi Suni Bachana Sameta Sade Gagana Kira Gambhira Bhaye Harani Shoka Salde From heaven came. The Devas, they were stricken with fear. And a voice from heaven came and told them what? Chaupai?
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Jane Dara Paho Mone Se Suresha To Mahila Ge Prari Havanara Vesha
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Anasana Sayita Manuja Vatara Le Havadena Kara Bacha Udara Asana Sayita Manuja Yavatara Le Havadena Kara Bacha Udara
Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram. Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Raja, Ram Ram.
Ram Ram
Sita Ram,
Ram Ram
Sita Ram,
Sita Ram Jai Jai Siya Ram
Sita Ram, Jai Jai Siya Ram.
Sita Ram Jai Jai Siya Ram
Sita
when the Devatas were all afraid, they prayed unto the Lord, and the Lord responded. And he said, don't be afraid. I will board and I will help you. Because the Lord knew that they were praying not for themselves, but they were praying for the benefit of others. And the Lord knew that they knew the difference between the body and who the individual I is. So when we pray, and as I said to you before, when you pray to the Murti, do not feel it is an idol you're praying to. You're praying to God. If you do not, in your mind, have that emotion that this is not a piece of stone, but this is God, then you are doing idol worshiping. But when you know this is not stone, this is God, then you're doing puja. You all get me there? If when you go in front of the Murti and you just go swaha, you put flowers, malyadi, banaspati, dhupam, deepam, and so forth, in front of the idol, and you're doing it in front of the idol, I've said this about 3 times, this is about the 4th time I'm saying this. I'm saying this because this is so important for us to understand. And so important for us to know. How we can know the distinction between that consciousness within me and this body is to have the blessings of the Lord. Only the blessings of the Lord can do that for you. And because of this, when you go in front of the Murti is not a piece of stone for you. Who is the Murti? The Murti is the Lord himself. Do you know the story? Mira's father used to give the Lord bhog every day. And he will close the curtain and give the Lord bhog. That is how bhog is given. Not like how we do in this temple. That is how bhog is given. So one day, Mira's father had to go out. See, people, they remember stories. They don't remember what I say, but I tell them a story, they may remember. Mm-hmm. So he told Mira, you go and give the Lord bhog. Well, by that time I'll come back. So Mira went, put her milk, her dahi and so forth there. Aavo bhoga lagavo pyare mohan, she said. And she did chanting for 15 minutes. She moved the curtain. She saw the milk is still there. He said, my father said that you are supposed to drink this milk. How come you're not drinking this milk? Okay, I'm going to pray again. Close the curtain. She prayed again. Went back. Milk is still there. Nothing's up to the milk. And then she said, I am going to get very upset with you now. You and I are going to fight. Because my father says you eat. You see, her father said, give the Lord the milk. In her own innocent, pure heart, she thought the Lord comes and drinks the milk. So she wanted to know, why you're not coming to drink this milk? Close the curtain and sing. And she was there for 4 hours. And then the last time when she went back, the pot with the milk, the little, the container in which the milk was, it was empty. That is why we sing, Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare
Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare
Gaura Kata Hai Bhagavan Khate Nahi
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं महेश सबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं बैर सबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे.
This one says Shabari, same thing. Because Shabari fed the Lord, Mira fed the Lord. So why the Lord doesn't respond to us? Because we don't approach the Lord with the faith that is required. So the children in the back, I'm telling you, when you go to the Lord, you must approach the Lord as if the Lord is there. Talk to the Lord as if the Lord is hearing you. When you do arti to the Lord, you do it as if He's seeing you. When you give bhog to the Lord, feel the Lord is eating it from you. When you do that, all your prayers will come true. But you'll have to do that. You'll have to have that faith. And that faith will let you approach this world. You know, I tell you another story. How to approach this world and not to be upset by it. The Swami saw a young Swami. They are upset, faces dull. So he said, Swami, why are you upset? He said, because those people are saying this and they are saying that, and they said this about me, that I'm not a good brahmachari, I don't do my anushthan. Anushthan means, anushthan means what? My discipline, what I'm supposed to do, I don't do it properly. And I get so upset. So the older Swami, you know what he did? He just did this. So he said, what is this? He says, boy, brush it off. They are not worth you worrying over them. Brush it off. Talking about Swami, there was one Swami, he writes to the big Swami in the Himalayas, these people here, I want to leave this. I want to leave this place. I want to go away because everybody, they say they can't. They are upsetting me. They are upsetting me so many different ways, and I want to leave. So the Swami just wrote it back one line. Do you know how many people you upset? Finish. We must look at the mirror. When we want to condemn people, please look at the mirror and find out how good you are. You know what? I'm not talking the mirror to fix yourself up, you know. I'm talking about the mirror of the inside. And see how many people that you have upset, how many people you have caused distress. And then you will know. That is why this world, whatever you do in this world, your thoughts create your desires. Your thoughts create your desires. Your desires then create your choices. Right? You desire something, it's your choice. Whether I will go with what my desire said, or I will not create my desire. And then your choices will give you the result. The result can only be 4 results you can have in life. 4 results you can have in life. What are they?
What you asked for?
What you ask for?
Get less than what you asked for.
Whatever you ask for, you get. Second, what you ask for, you get less. What you ask for, you get more. And what you ask for, you get opposite of what you expect. If you ask somebody, oh, your neighbor, I used to get blind, etc., opposite, you become blind. Opposite what you had. Only 4 things can happen. And this is why we must try to find out who we are. Who is me? I am not this hand. This is my hand. I can see it. It's my hand. But the hand is not me. The hand is not me. These arms are not me. And this is why we have to subject ourselves to the feet of the Lord and let Him sail us through. So many people, they have everything, yet they can't be happy. You know why? their mind is going 10,000 miles per hour, more than the speed of sound. Going round and can't sleep. They can't think. They have everything. Everything. And more. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Bihari. Listen to me carefully. I don't want you all to Abhajai. This is my style. A little different for you all singing. Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Bihari. Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Jai Gopi
Jana Vallabha
Jai Girivanadhari Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Bihari.
Jai Radha Madhava Jai Kunja Bihari Bihari.
Remove all thoughts from your mind. Let your mind be pure. Just forget everything for next 3-4 minutes. Forget everything. Forget everyone. Just think that you are, that Bhagwan resides right in this heart, right in you. Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana.
Yamunat Jashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamunati Ramanachari
Jai Girivaridhari
Let Lord Krishna play in your heart. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha
Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha
Jai Girivaradhari
Hari Jai Girivaridhari.
The flute of Krishna is calling you. He's calling you, come to me. Jai Radha Madhava Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana
Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana
Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana
जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन
जमुना तीर बनचारे
नदीर बनचारे
जय राधा माधव
जय कुंज बिहारी
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम
Feel-
राम
feel it.
हरे हरे
Feel that Bhagwan in you. Feel it. Hey, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
हरे
Hare.
राम 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 हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gaye.
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gaye.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे राम राम हरे हरे
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
Hare Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simple bhajan. Let's give the musicians a beautiful round of applause. Beautiful way, Basuri and the violin do the question and answer, the tunes. It's beautiful. At the tabla, of course. So we must pray with that feeling, that emotion. We must bend our minds. Hindu says, when we come to the Lord, we must do naman. Na-man. Naman means I bow. But na-man means I have nothing in my mind, Lord. No mind. I come to you with a clean, clear mind. When the bhajan was being sung, how many of us thought of Bhagwan with his morpunk, with his peacock crown, dancing in Vrindavan? How many of us thought? Achyutam Keshavam Ramanarayanam Krishna Damodaram Vasudevam Hare. कौन कहता है भगवान नाचते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं।
गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं,
गोपियों की तरह तुम नचाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम राम नारायणम, अच्युतम
केशवम राम नारायणम कृष्ण दामोदरम वासुदेवम हरे। कृष्ण दामोदरम
Vasudevam Hare. So when you understand this concept, these concepts which our scriptures talk about, you know this first slok that I told you about just now, verse chapter 13, likha dijiye, chapter 13, shloka 1 in some books, shloka 2 in some books. It says, Idav shariram kauteya chetav ityate bibhiyate. Who on this, O Kauteya, O son of Kunti, this body is a field. But etadyo vetati tang prahur chetagya iti tadvidaha. Tadvidaha. Those who know that this body is only a field, but the seed which grows in the field is that consciousness within you, and you cannot die. Difficult to understand, to get at first go. If you're hearing it for the first time, don't be upset if you don't understand, because it takes many going at this. This is the source. This is the essence of Vedanta. To understand that you are all awareness. I'm aware of everything. Who's aware? Not the body, not the brain, not the mind. The whole unit is aware, of course, but that awarer, that is you. And you pray to God, Sharada Shruti Shesha Rishiya Shesha Jaka Hoko Nahi Jada.
Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram, Sita Ram Ram Ram.
And when you know when you know, when you understand that you are that entity which no one can touch, no one can harm, no one can do. Aye, Wakil Sahab. Wakil Sahab, Papa, yeah. No one can touch, no one can wet, no one can harm. When you understand that, then when anyone speak to you not nicely, or they speak ill about you, what do? Huh? You brush it off. You don't let negativity rule your life. Otherwise you'll always be negative. Don't let if negative persons come to you, turn a deaf ear to them and turn a blind eye to them. Don't bother with them, even if it's your own brother, even if it's your own son, your own daughter. Throw them in the bamboo. Don't bother with them. Don't let negativity. That's the only way you can understand that pureness in your own heart. You are alone to go to alone. Alone, small a. You are A-L-O-N-E, small a, to capital A-L-O-N-E. That alone is who? The Lord. And you can only do that when you have a pure heart. Believe me. You see rogues and vagabonds prosper. What is that guy in Mexico? What was this? El Chapo? Is that right, Daman? El Chapo? El Chapo, the guy in Mexico, the drug lord. He what? He ruled, he made so much money from drugs, but he never had a happy life. He never could have walked the street and enjoyed the air. What life is that? We have the wrong notion of what is happiness. Happiness is when you are free, when your mind is free. When your mind is free, when your whole body is free, that freedom, that is the freedom that we seek. This is what we come here. We come here not to pray as such, We come here to find out who we are, what we are, and to get that freedom. This is what we want, freedom. People say money will not get you freedom. But money can give you freedom. You use your money in good ways, in feeding people who are hungry, educating people who have no education, clothing people who have no clothes. Those who can't afford, like what you all are doing for the people who are in Guyana, who, if our clinic did not exist in Guyana, so many people would have died because the government does not give dialysis to chronic people. They only give to acutely ill people, and after they come out from the acute phase, they have to go and fend for dialysis somewhere. The government is giving some money now, but that's still not enough. And had it not been for our clinic, so many would have died, and all of you have contributed to it. Every single one of you. Doesn't matter how much, but you have contributed. And this is important in life. To be, to do, to give, to have, and to give. To be, to do, to have, and to give. If you know these 8, is it 8? To do, yeah, 8 words, and to put them into practice, life will be beautiful. So, when we sing unto the Lord, Kunja me biraje. Since we have the flute here with us, the flute is beautiful for this. Kunja me biraje.
घनश्याम राधे राधे मैं कुंज में बिराजे घनश्याम राधे राधे
श्याम राधे राधे घनश्याम राधे राधे
श्याम राधे राधे
झूमर, उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है।
कमरे वाले के महफिल सजे हैं,
कमरे वाले की महफिल सजी है,
कमरे वाले के महफिल सजे हैं,
कमरे वाले की महफिल सजी है,
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है।
उनकी रहमत का झूमर सजाया है।
मुझको महसूस ये हो रहा है,
मुझको महसूस ये हो रहा है,
जैसे गंगा यहाँ बह रहे हैं,
जैसे गंगा यहाँ बह रही है,
जैसे गंगा यहाँ बह रहे हैं,
जैसे यमुना यहाँ बह रही है,
जैसे यमुना यहाँ बह रहे हैं।
जैसे यमुना यहाँ बह रही है।
हे। You so don't let anyone who bring negative messages into your heart. No exit. House is full. Don't let them in. But we have the tendency to let them in. That is where the problem is. We are not firm enough. We are not strong enough because we feel jitna swat utna prem, swat kam to prem khatam. समझ गया? People love for selfish reasons only. When there's nothing to gain, there's no love anymore. Jitna swat means for your own benefit. Jitna swat, utna prem. Swat kam to prem, khatam is gone. When you have nothing to give them, when a man is well off, you have so much company. But as soon as his money is finished, done. Okay, we'll ask Ashil to sing for us. You come here so rarely, and you're a big shot, I know. I know you're a big shot though, but anyhow, since you're here, we give you first preference to sing. Normally we don't do that, but
मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, कुछ ऐसा कर दे कान्हा, राधा जैसे बन जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, कुछ ऐसा कर दे कान्हा, राधा जैसे बन जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं। मेरा सी लगन लगा दे, भक्ति के पथ पर ला दे, मेरा सी लगन लगा दे, भक्ति के पथ पर ला दे, तू प्रेम का सागर बन जा, मैं लहर लहर खो जाऊं, तू प्रेम का सागर बन जा, मैं लहर लहर खो जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, कुछ ऐसा कर दे कान्हा, राधा जैसे बन जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं। वरदान मिले जो तेरा, मिट जाए घोर अंधेरा, वरदान मिले जो तेरा, मिट जाए घोर अंधेरा, चरणों में तेरे मैं बैठूं, तेरी जोत में मैं रम जाऊं, चरणों में तेरे मैं बैठूं, तेरी जोत में मैं रम जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, कुछ ऐसा कर दे कान्हा, कुछ ऐसा कर दे कान्हा, राधा जैसे बन जाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं, मैं तेरा ध्यान लगाऊं, मैं मंगल दीप जलाऊं।
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम।
बोलो
भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम। प्रभु जी मेरी आवो, जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ। सारी ओर मेरा भय उदासी, चारों ओर मेरा भय उदासी। अखियाँ हरि दर्शन की प्यासी, अखियाँ हरि दर्शन की प्यासी, अखियाँ हरि दर्शन की प्यासी, अखियाँ हरि दर्शन की प्यासी। आके प्यास मिटाओ जी आओ, अब आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ। भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम। बिनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने, बिनती तेरा प्रभु कोई न जाने। प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न जाने, प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न जाने, प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न जाने, प्रभु तुझे प्रभु कोई न माने। आग मुरलियाँ बजाओ जी आओ, अब आओ, प्रभु जी मेरे आओ। भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम। भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंद भजले गोविंदम, ये दुनिया है प्रभु की माया, भजले गोविंदम। भजले गोविंदम भजले गोविंदम।
Okay, this morning I would like to talk about coronary artery disease. And at this moment, we have a University of Toronto cardiologist downstairs seeing about 15 people and doing the echo right here today on them. So this is because of the clinic to be open. This is a service I would like to provide so that we can get us a top specialist to come either once every 2 weeks or wherever, different areas of medicine to help. I'm hoping to get a nephrologist, because yesterday I saw a few people, they are diabetics. And when I looked at their kidney function, the kidney function was quite low, and I asked them whether the doctor told them about the kidney function. They said, no, the doctor said tests are okay. So I said, right, good. So, now nephrologists, you can't get them to come because they work a lot of money. Anyhow, I'm going to try to get one from McMaster to come once every 2 months or 3 months to see people if they're interested. Today I want to talk about stress tests. You have heard that when you go to a cardiologist, he'll do a stress test on you. Can you put it on the board, please? So, when you go to a cardiologist, he does a stress test on you. The stress test is only positive when your artery is 70% and more occluded, narrowed. More than 70% narrowed, then the stress test will show that you have a problem. More than 70% and more. The stress test does not show if your artery is 60% narrowed, 50%, 40%, I want to show you a picture, and I want you to look at that picture. And that picture shows 0%. You see that, 0% there? Everybody see that? No?
Yeah.
Then you see 20%. You see that white thing on top? There's a calcium on top. It's very important to look at that. 20%. Then there's 45%. Then there's 60%. Then there's 70%. Until you go. That white thing is the plaque. You got it? The red thing is the blood. The circumference is the artery. Is that everybody understand? Is that clear? So, what happens if we have to wait until we are 70% blocked to do via stress test? Look at what that statement is on the opposite side. It says most heart attacks, 68% are from blockages that were not initially significant, less than 50%. So how does that help you? You do not know about these blockages because the stress test only will show blockages of 70% and above. And it is these smaller plaques cause heart attacks. How does that happen? Let me see next. Yeah, that slide. You see normal, early, lipid-rich. You see that the yellow thing in the artery at the bottom? Can you all see that yellow part? That is where the plaque is. So when the plaque is 60% and 50% and 40%, what happens is that there can be a rupture of the plaque. The plaque can rupture, and when the plaque ruptures, can you show the other slide with the arteries? No. Yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you when to stop. Go ahead. Just there. Go back where that gentleman was. You can't see that. You see that little red spot at the bottom there? Here. You see, why are you moving it when I'm talking? You see that red spot at the bottom there? The plaque has ruptured and it forms a clot. Next slide, please. Don't worry the video. When the plaque ruptures, next slide. Next slide. Go back. I want to show you how the plaque blocks the artery. Go back. I have a slide of that. Right there. When the plaque ruptures, you see that red spot there? It forms a blood clot. And the blood clot blocks the flow of blood in the artery, and you get an acute heart attack. And depending upon how much part of the artery is blocked, you can drop dead right there. So the small plaques are the dangerous plaques. The older plaques are not as dangerous because it tells you. Why you change with that? I didn't ask you to change, buddy. Anyhow. 45%. Okay, leave it there. I want you to see those small plaque rupture, and you see this. You see that there? Yeah. And it goes there. It forms a clot, and then. So how do you detect the small plaques? You can't detect it by stress tests. You go to the doctor, you do the stress test. Have you ever heard people just had a stress test and they dropped down dead afterwards? Maybe you haven't heard it, but I don't know if you all have heard it said, went to the doctor, they check up everything went well, and they do everything, and then they dropped down dead with a heart attack. And they say, oh, how can that be happen? How can that happen? I just had a stress test and everything was fine. Yes, it can happen because the plaque ruptures. So how can you find out whether you have these plaques? Now go back to where the CT scans are. Right, hold it there. This is a CT scan of your heart. You see those two big bubbles there? And you see a little tail-like at the bottom? You see that little tail? That's a coronary artery that has come off the aorta, and it is clean. It has nothing in it. Next slide. If you look at, you see there still, it's clean, the normal side. Then you have a moderate, you see that white spot there? That's the calcium in the artery, which it may be 40% blocked. It will not show on a CT scan. And further, severe. You see the calcium in the artery? So when you get a CT scan of your heart, it tells you, it gives you lots of information. But doctors don't usually do this very much these days because CTs of itself are difficult to get in this country. You got to wait 3-4 months to get a CT unless you know somebody. So, what I want to tell you is that when you do your stress test and the doctor says it's normal, two things. It's not necessarily normal. Now, when you do a CT scan and you see the calcium in the artery, what can you do about it? Because you have to do something about it. So what do? What do you do, Chuck? What do you think I will tell you that you have to do if you see calcium in the artery? Chuck? Not play golf only. Like you, Damadi is a golfer, by the way. Lifestyle modification. Lifestyle modification. If you're obese, if your BMI is over 25, you reduce. If your belly is big, all Indians have big belly. That is where the belly are big. Around the middle. It is called Canadian tire. And Indians always put their fat, that's our genetic disposition. And the fat, there's a word called visceral. Visceral only means organ. That's what it means. Organs are like your liver, your kidney, your bowel, your pancreas. Visceral fat, if you remember this word, is a visceral fat which absorbs the insulin. And when it absorbs the insulin, the brain is telling the pancreas, produce more insulin, produce more insulin, produce more insulin. And then you get a high level of insulin in your blood, and that destroys your system. It destroys your kidney, and you got a high insulin in your blood, and yet when you do your blood sugar test, it's normal. Because as I told you, it takes 10 years for that high insulin to kick in, where you have to get insulin from outside. So I hope I'm not confusing you too much. Am I confusing you all? Or Chuck, no. You're sure? All right. You laugh, which means I am confusing you. To recap, stress test, when it's normal, does not necessarily mean you're free of disease. If you have to really know about the disease, you have to do a CT scan, and a CT scan will reveal whatever disease process you have. And remember, the small plaque can rupture, and there is the one which usually rupture. And if you have any of these tendencies, then you should modify your life. Eat green vegetables, eat leafy vegetables, less carbohydrates. You want to produce less insulin. That's the whole thing. You want to produce less insulin in your body. And produce less insulin, you try not to stimulate the pancreas. And you stimulate the pancreas when sugar or sugar-forming food is eaten. Sugar-forming foods mean starches. Aloo, dal, roti, these are the things. Okay? I hope you all, it means something. Next week we'll talk about something else. As I said, we have a cardiologist downstairs, and he wanted 8 patients. He has 15 patients. I don't know what's happening downstairs. I hope it's... Pravat, you're going to see the doctor sometime, aren't you? You're going now. Gita Dhyanam. Partaya pratibodhitam Bhagavatam
Narayana Swayam
Vyasena gratitan Puranamuriram
मध्ये महाभारतम्
Advaitamitamvarshine Bhagavate
अष्टादशाध्यायिनी
Amba Tvamanusadadavi Bhagavat
गीते भगवद्वेषिणी
Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe
फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnam
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमया प्रदीप
Prapalla Parijataya
श्रोत्रमेत्रे कपाले
Yana Buddhaya Krishnaya
गीता अमृतदुहे नमः
Sarvopanishado Gavo
दुग्धा गोपालनन्दना
Partho Vatsa Sudir Bhukta
दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्
Vasudeva Sutav Devav
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
Devaki Paramanandam
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरु
Bhishmadrona Tata Jayadata Jala
गान्धारनीलोत्पला
Shalyagragavati Kripena Mahade
कर्णेन वेलाकुला
Ashwattama Vikarna Ghora Bakara
दुर्योधनावर्तिनी
Sotena Kalupana Vairaradhir
कैवर्तक केशव
Parasarya Vachasarojamamalam
गीतार्थगन्धोत्तकम्
Dhanakyanaka Kesharam Harikatha
सम्बोधनाबोधितम्
Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha
पीपीयमानं मुदा
Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimalam
प्रध्वंसिनं श्रेयसे
Mukam Karoti Vachalam
भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं
Yat Kripatamaham Vande
परमानन्दमाधवम्
Yang Brahma Pururena Ruddhavaruta
स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्ये स्थले
Vedai Sagapada Kramo Parashidar
गायन्ति यं सामगा
Yadang Vastida Tadakatena Manasa
पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो
Yasyantam Navido Sura Suragara
देवाय तस्मै नमः
Chapter 13, I'm going over the verse once more. Verse, depending on what Gita I have, either verse 1 or 2. Sri Bhagavan Vacha
श्रीभगवानुवाच
Idam Shariram Kauteya
इदं शरीरं कौन्तेय
Chetam Iti Abhidhiyate
क्षेत्रम् इति मिलीयते
Etadyo Vetitam Prahu
एतद्यो वेति तं प्राहुः
Cheta Gyara Iti Tadvidaha
प्रेतज्ञ इति तद्विदः
Sri Bhagavan Vacha Idam Shariram Kauteya Chetam Iti Abhidhiyate Etadyo Vetitam Prahur Chetagyana Iti Tadvidaha. Bhagavan Krishna, I said so this morning and I'm reminding you again because it's such an important shloka. This chapter 13 is where the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita deals with Karma Yoga. Second 6 chapters deal with Bhakti Yoga. Third 6 chapter deal with Jnana Yoga or the Vedanta. And this is Vedanta. The Vedanta start here. In the Divinity College in Harvard, this is one of the shlokas they discuss thoroughly. And this, so many people have written so much about this shloka. And it is said that if Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, if you know that this body, with its muscle and veins and arteries and bone, etc., and organs, is just a chemical factory put together by the Lord. But you, the individual, is part of Bhagwan. You know, when the Christian says, the kingdom of heaven is where?
Within you.
Within you. Christ was not wrong because he learned this from the yogis in the Himalayas. Have you ever read a book called Paradise Lost? Anybody here read a book, Paradise Lost? Tells you about the years where Jesus was absent between 17 and 30. There he was absent for that period, and it is said at that when he was taught by the yogis. And this is one where he was told that if you are, you must know what this body is different from you, the individual. Must be different from you, the individual. This is the important thing. And if you can understand this difference, that you are something else than this body, then when you pray to Bhagwan, when you pray to Ishvara, you're asking that may he bless you with that knowledge that you are part of this whole universe, and all of us are part and parcel. So just like how I love my body, I must love the body of others, because they are all parts of the same whole. We are not different. We are all parts of the same whole. But yet what? Today, man is man's greatest enemy. Look what is happening in Ukraine. So many other places. Look in Toronto, how many murders there are. Gun crimes, thieves, so many things. Because people always want to make a fast buck. I make it the easy way. Law is here, his office is inundated with all these crimes and criminal offenses, etc., etc. So if we could understand that we are all part and parcel of the one consciousness, this world will be a beautiful world. Right? So we do Hanuman Chalisa. This Hanuman Chalisa, I'm dedicating it to Vikram Khurana's father, who passed away. Vikram Khurana's family grew up in this temple. His children were the first children that came to our Montessori school, our Bal Vihar. His father was a great contributor to the dialysis program in Guyana, and his mother also. So today we pray for him, and at the same time I pray for my cousin. His name is Cecil Rajmohan, who passed away in New York and is going to be cremated tomorrow morning. Cecil is my Mausi's son. And when my mother used to go and wash clothes, because where we were living there were no running water. So people from Guyana will understand. I don't know if you are old enough to. They had to have what they call a pipe. They call it the pipe on the side where the water comes from the artesian well, the stand pipe. And then you go there. All your water comes from that pipe. You know that? You know that, Anjali? You know that? You lie. Anyhow. And from that pipe, we have to fetch water to go upstairs to bathe, etc., etc., etc. Because there was no running water. My mother used to go to his mother's place because we had no pipe. So she'd go to his mother's place to wash clothes. he was 1 month older than I was. And my mother used to suckle both of us. He take one breast, I take one breast. I will suck the milk till sleeping. Because my mother was quite a big lady when she got, she was in her 30s when she got me. And so she was a very good milk producer. And my cousin who died, we used to nurse from the same breast. I'm very sorry that I'm not going there, but my brother Dwarka has gone. We pray that Hanumanji may grant him some peace. Hanumanji answer.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान ओ सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 सीता राम 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 हनुमान हरे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Sri Guru Charana Saroja Raja.
निज मन मुकुर सुधार
Varana Raghavara Pimala Jaso.
जो नायक फल चार
Bodhi Hira Tanu Janike.
सुमिरो पवन कुमार
Bala Bodhi Vidya Deho Mohi.
हर कलेश विकार हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Sri Jai Hanuman Jnana Guna Sagar.
जय कपीस तिव लोक उजागर
Ramaduta Yatulita Baladhama.
अंजलि पुत्र पवन सुत नामा
Mahavira Vikram Vajaranje.
सुमति निवार सुमति के संगी
Kalchara Varuna Viraja Suvesha.
कानन कुंडल कुंचित केशा
Atavasara Dhvaja Viraja.
कांधे मूज जनेऊ साजे
Shankara Suvana Keshari Nandan. Teja Pratapa Mahajagabanda.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Vidyavana Gudi Adichato.
राम काज करिबे को आतुर
Prabhu Charana Sunive Korasya.
राम लखन सीता मन बसिया
Sukshma Rupa Dharisiya Hidikava.
विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा
Bhima Rupa Dhari Asura Savare.
रामचंद्र के काज सवारे
Laya Sajivana Lakhana Jiyaye. Sri Raghubira Harasha Uraraye.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Raghupati Kire Bahut Badaye.
तम मम प्रिया भरत सब भाई
Sasa Badalti Paro Yashagave.
अस कई श्रीपति कंठ लगावे
Sarakadika Brahmani Murisha.
नारद शारद सहित अहिषा
Yavakubera Dikapala Jahate.
कवि कोविद कई सके कहाते
Tuma Upakara Sugriva Hikira.
राम मिलाए राजपद दीना
Tumaro Mantra Vibhishana Mana. Lankeshwar Bhai Sama Jagajana. Hanuman Ji, Hanuman Ji, Hanuman Ji.
हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान हमारे राम जी को राम राम कहियो जी हनुमान
Yuga Sahasra Yojana Parabhano.
लीलो साहिब दुर्बल जानो
Prabhu Bodhika Bele Mukhabaye.
जलधि लांघि के अचिर जनाए
Durga Makaja Jagat Ke Jete.
सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे देते
Ram Duare Tumara Kavare.
होतन आज्ञा बिन पैसारे
Sava Sukala Hai Tumari Sharana.
तुम रक्षक काहू हो नरना
Apan Teja Samaro Apai.
तीनों लोक हाथ देखा पे
Bhuta नहीं आवे।
महावीर जब नाम सुनावे,
नाशय रोग हरै सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान। हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान।
संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे,
मन क्रम प्रश्न ध्यान जो लावे,
सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा।
जिनके काज सकल तुम साजा,
और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे,
सोई अमित जीवन फल पावे।
चारों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा,
हे परिसिद्ध जगत उजियारा,
साधु संत के तुम रखवारे।
असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे,
अष्ट सिद्धि नव निधि के दाता, असबर दीन जानकी माता।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान। हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान।
राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा,
सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा,
तुम्हारे भजन राम को पावे।
जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे,
अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाए।
जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई,
और देवता चित्र धरे।
हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करई,
संकट कटाए मिटाई सब पीरा।
जो सुमिरे हनुमत
ओ
बलवीरा।
जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई,
कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई,
जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई।
छूते ही बंदी महासुख होई,
जो यह पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा।
होई सिद्धि साधी गौरी सा।
तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, की जय नाथ जय महादेरा।
हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान। हमारे राम जी को राम राम, कहियो जी हनुमान। सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम
हनुमान सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम,
सीता राम 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 हनुमान। सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम 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 हनुमान।
पवन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूरति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित हृदय बसहु सुरभूप।
सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम 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 हनुमान। ओ सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम राम राम, सीता राम 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 हनुमान।
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। We're going to meditation unto the Lord. This is the new year. We talk to Him. We ask Him to be kind to us, bless us, guide us in the right path so that we can do the right things in life. We could know who we are, all these things. Let us try to be healthy, exercise, fast, intermittent fasting. It'll be very good for you. You intermittent fast, your insulin level will come down, you'll sleep well at nights. We sit up straight if we can, with our minds, eyes closed. Let's invite the Lord to come into our hearts. Empty our hearts of all other thoughts. Lord, I am all peace. I am all contentment. I am all all happiness. I am all love. Talk to him. And the tones of the flute take you far away from here. To the verdant pastures of Vrindavan, where Bhagwan Krishna grazed the cows. The happiness among the gopis and Gwal must penetrate within us. Meditate. Feel the peace. Experience the silence. Om Shanti Om Shanti
Shanti Shanti
Be tranquil. Expand your mind to include the cosmos, the sun, the moon, the stars, the heavens. I am just a little speck in all of this. Om Shanti Om. I'm a peaceful soul.
Shanti I'm a peaceful soul.
त्र्यंबकं
यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतम्
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय
मृत्योर्मायमितं गमय
ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
भक्ति के दीप जलाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
जीवन को स्वर्ग बनाओ
धरा से पीड़ मिटाओ
अमृत रस बरसाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
जीवन को नित महकाओ
जीवन को नित महकाओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
सब अवगुण को बिसराओ
हर संताप हटाओ
नारायण को हर्षाओ ओम शांति 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 ओम शांति शांति शांति
ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनापधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति 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 सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम. Rub your hands together, put it over your face. Ask all that energy that's in your fingertips come to you, bless you, guide you, protect you. Today's Preeti Bhoj is sponsored by Roy Dubey and family, celebrating Cyril's Dubey's birthday. Cyril? Come. So today, Cyril is always here in the morning. His car is parked halfway under the carport and halfway outside. So we
हर दिन ये आए बार बार दिल ये गाए जो जियो हजारों साल ये मेरी है आरज़ू. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Sarah, happy birthday to you.
so his sister is here, and his nephew, niece, etc. are here to help celebrate his birthday. Cyril is a very important member of our temple and does quite a bit of work for our temple in the mornings. And he comes here very early, actually. Ramayana Path, Friday, 30th of January, and Saturday, 14th of January. To participate in reading, please call the temple. Next. Makar Sankranti, Saturday, 14th of January, which is Saturday coming. We'll start at 8 o'clock in the morning and go from there. It's a very good day. Makar Sankranti is when the sun comes in the northerly direction. That is the time when all good things are being done, like temples are being opened, Upland Sanskar, Yagyas, so many things are being done during that time. It's a very, very important, and it coincides with the, what is it? Lori in Punjab and Pongal in South. Next. Pradosh Puja on Thursday. Is it the real Pradosh? Next Thursday. Okay, next Thursday. Okay. Basant Pachmi Saraswati Puja Wednesday, 25th January. Next. Or kuch? What about Ekadashi? I thought Ekadashi is next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, and we'll start Abhishek with Balaji at 5:30 in the evening. Next Tuesday, not tomorrow, not Tuesday coming. Whatever date it is. Not this Tuesday. Next Tuesday. What date? 17th. Balaji Abhishek. I would like Mr. Davar Kisu to say a few words about whatever you want to say about. Whatever pleases his mind. Davar is we all know, is a very popular Wakil Saab. He's a lawyer. He's a big firm. And we are very proud to have him here. Davar.
Doc, as usual this morning, your lecture and your katha was very educational. For those of you who have big bellies, you know what to do. Mine is gone. Prabhat?
He has.
So, Doc, last year in March, I stood here and I announced that we were going to be doing a golf tournament in honor of our mother, with the proceeds going to the dialysis center in Guyana. Then I was here at the end of September and I continued those discussions with Dr. Dubey. The date has been set, June 21st, at a golf course in Milton. We had our first meeting for the golf tournament last Friday night, and we are finalizing a budget. The plan is that we will be raising approximately $60,000. We cannot do that alone. I know Doc has some rich friends who plays golf. Some of them do not play golf, but they can still support. We will be leaning upon each and every one of you to make this cause a worthy one, and we will satisfy the commitment that we have made to Dr. Dubey and to the temple. I see my friend Shiv Mazir is in the front row. He'll be the first person I'll be calling. So, Doc, that's the plan. In March, my mother will be celebrating her 86th birthday, and I understand there's a special puja here for her again. Hopefully by then, the tournament would have been sold out. When I organize these things, I'm way ahead of the game. I've done this for a number of years, then it was interrupted by COVID, and we will be reaching out to you, all our brothers and sisters, and all our friends to make this event a successful one. Thank you. That's the update, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you, Davar. Thank you very much. Just to remind you, we have a clinic downstairs, and we have a young doctor. I don't know if she's here today. Chitra, are you here? She's probably downstairs. And she'll be seeing ladies who want to talk to her. And our Dr. Gupta is doing the cardiology downstairs, and he said Prabhat's supposed to go at 11:30, but I think they are an hour behind because today's the first day they started, so they had some teething problem to straighten out. As you can think, our clinic has just started, so we have some teething problem. And to get it going. We have to advertise it properly yet. But you're surprised how many people I've seen myself and who I asked when I took their blood pressure was quite high actually. And I asked them, do you go to your doctor? They say yes. I said, does a doctor take your blood pressure? They say no. The doctor asked them what's wrong with them. They got this. Please remember, blood pressure is a silent killer. Don't forget this. If your doctor does not take your blood pressure, of course you can come here, but you don't have to come here. You should tell your doctor, I would like my blood pressure checked, because he's getting paid to see you. Every doctor is getting paid to see you, so much so that they never used to see you. And they used to get just as about through the, what do you call it, Zoom. You know, some doctors were in Hawaii, billing every day, doing Zoom calls to their patients. So now, hopefully, anyhow, please remember, check your blood pressure, check your blood sugar. Next week, Saturday, I'll be doing a special diabetic clinic. Those who are diabetics and they would like to see a doctor, if they're happy with a doctor, fine. If you want another opinion, you want to come and see us, you may do so. Next week, Saturday, the number of the clinic is, we don't put the number of the clinic on the screen. Eh? It's 905-918-0119. Am I right, Prabhat? 905. Can we put that on the screen, please? 905-918-0119, if it's possible. Anyway, that's that. We are going to close now with Sri Radhe. Shri Radhe Govind. Before I close, I would like to thank the musicians. They did a wonderful job this morning. Playing Sawal Jawab was very good between the Basuri and the Valley. Shri Radhe Govind. Bhajo Mana Shri Radhe Radhe.
Shri Radhe Govind. Bhajo Mana Shri Radhe.
Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
O Radhe Shri Radhe Jai Jai Radhe.
Bolo Shri Radhe Govind. Bhajo Mana Shri Radhe.
O Radhe Shri Radhe Govind. Bhajo Mana Shri Radhe.
Hare Vrindavan mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Vrindavan mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Nandgaon mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Nandgaon mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Vishnu Mandir mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Vishnu Mandir mein.
Radhe Radhe.
Vishnu Mandir mein.
Radhe Radhe.
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 Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki Sadguru Deva ki Om Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva. By the way, when next week come, 4 or 5 weeks after is what? What is what? What is 4 or 5? Eh? Mahashivratri. It falls on a Saturday, and it is a beautiful day to come and do puja here. Sarajal
सर्जन विसर्जन तुम्ही विश्व करता तुम्ही विश्व ज्योति में हो प्राण करता तुम्ही काल के
काल हो शक्ति धारे
स्वीकारो स्वयं वंदना अब हमारी दया धर्म की मन में ज्योति जगाओ जीवन पंथ मेरा प्रभु जगाओ हरो पाप मेरे भरो भाव भक्ति मुझे नाथ दो अपनी तुम दिव्य शक्ति मुझे मोह माया के साथ
Pate, Har Har Mahadev. Aarti and Bhojan from everyone upstairs.
Om Jai Jagdish Hare, Swami Jai Jagdish Hare, Bhakt Janon ke sankat, Das Janon ke sankat, Shan mein dur kari. Om Jai Jagdish जो ध्यावे पल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का सुख संपत्ति घर आवे सुख संपत्ति घर आवे कष्ट मिटे तन का ओम जय जगदीश मात पिता तुम मेरे शरण में किसकी स्वामी शरण में किसकी तुम बिन औरत दूजा प्रभु बिन औरत दूजा आशिक में किसकी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम पूरन परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम करुणा के सागर तुम पालन करता स्वामी तुम पालन करता मैं मूरत कर कामी मैं सेवक तुम स्वामी कृपा करो भगता ओम जय जगदीश हरे तुम हो एक गोचर सबके प्राणपति किस विध मिलो दया में किस विध मिलो दया में तुमको मैं कुमति ओम जय जगदीश दीन बंधु दुख हरता ठाकुर तुम मेरे स्वामी रक्षक तुम मेरे अपने हाथ उठाओ अपने शरण लगाओ द्वार पर तेरे ओम जय जगदीश हरे विषय विकार मिटाओ पाप हरो देवा स्वामी पाप हरो देवा श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा प्रेम बढ़ाओ संतन की सेवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे तन मन धन सब है तेरा स्वामी सब कुछ है तेरा तेरा तुझको अर्पण तेरा तुझको अर्पण क्या लागे मेरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओम जय जगदीश
हरे त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षगुं शान्ति पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरोषधयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्ति ब्रह्म शान्ति सर्वगुं शान्ति शान्तिरेव शान्ति सामा शान्ति रिद्धि। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बोलिए महालक्ष्मी श्री विष्णु जी भगवान की
जय।
श्री महालक्ष्मी तिरुपति बालाजी भगवान की जय। महालक्ष्मी नरसिंह भगवान की जय। धर्म की जय हो अधर्म का नाश हो प्राणियों में सद्भावना हो विश्व का कल्याण हो। हर